What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. An investing video. Do me a favor. If you click the link down in the description, you know I'm a Webull preferred influencer. I've been told they are continuing the 2 free shares valued over $8 if you deposit more than $100. It actually ended today. But after today, it may still work. So today was your last time to take advantage of it. Wanted to get this video out tonight because of that. It's a great opportunity to get started and mitigate that risk. Earlier in the week, though, we talked about Gladstone Land and how I didn't have the funds to buy back in. I bought one share. I could have bought another, and something really interesting happened. You take a look at 5 years, 51% up, even with the dip, 51% up. You can see here they declared their dividend for October, November, and December. Obviously, we're going to have it for that entire time. A forward yield of 3.79%, but the most important word you can read there. Gladstone Land declares a 0.2% increase from the prior dividend. So this is a stock, right? As we've talked about, if you're going to lose money, the only way you can do that is by selling. You can go back and see the 51% up the last 5 years. But in addition to that, a 3.81% yield, a 5-year growth rate at 8.22% in 6 years, soon to be 7 now, of growing those dividend payments. This is why I say, if you pay attention and you understand and you look and you learn, it's very hard to make uninformed decisions. You have to try to. You literally would have to go blindly buy something. Right, of all the Gladstone properties there are, and I own them all, when it came down to trying to grow a small portfolio, there's a reason I went with Gladstone Land. And that reason is because there's really only 2 pure plays in terms of going out and getting a stock that's going to have farmland. Now, this year, farmland has probably been in more demand than it would normally. Obviously, a lot of this is catering itself toward grocery stores, toward prepackaged meals, and yes, commercial food service. But I think we all understand where we are as an economy is pushing people more toward eating at home, more toward maybe considering those frozen food options they weren't before, maybe considering those meal prep kits they'd never bought in the past. But to me, when you look at the growth that could have came owning this just the past 6 years, you know, this is a stock that literally would have paid for itself in the dividend payments alone, in addition to the growth it has of your money. Right? You can go throw all the money you want into speculation stocks. You can go buy all the biotechs you want. And they may win. They may win a lot. You may win way more than 3.81%. But when you look at stocks that are paying a dividend and you see a stock like this that only has an 81% payout, even if it is a REIT, that's a pretty good series of numbers there. And even in a time where people are talking about all the doom and gloom, all the issues, all the collapse, all the crash, that's why I said, you know, in a way, I know that there's going to be a pullback, and I'm expecting it. I would love to have 2 more shares of this. The problem is right now we only have about $25. So we don't really have what we need to get the job done. But, you know, I do know down 2 or 3% would certainly go a long way into getting us there. And again, this is a stock that's going to pay us every single month we own it. And now we know at least going to pay us through the end of the year. That's what I like about Gladstone. One of the things they always do, and not all monthly stocks do, a lot of monthly payers will just report at the end of the month. But with Gladstone, they usually push 3 months in advance. Unaffiliated to them, Main Street Capital is another one that pushes 3 months in advance. It's a nice reassurance to know that they've already banked ahead what they can afford to pay you. And if things continue to look better, if things continue to get back on track, and you feel like next year is going to be more than just a new year on a calendar, but a new year in terms of a mentality and an economy and how people react in terms of their going out, eating foods, maybe taking those vacations again. this is a stock that really can help benefit from that because, listen, the demand for food is not going to go away. Talked about this stock at length in a prior video. What you have to understand is when you go into a grocery store and you buy produce, you don't ever think about any other variable. Maybe you think about the truck that got it there, but you don't think about the farmer, you don't think about the land, you don't think about all that revenue that's made. Yet this is a portion of that revenue, and it has the ability to go back into your pocket, my pocket, whose ever pocket, as long as you're willing to sit down and look at the numbers. As I said, Gladstone Land, Farmland Partners, we took a hard look at both of them in deciding which one we wanted. And I will say that Farmland Partners has been pretty sideways, and I don't mean that negatively. It's traded in value, but we've seen Gladstone Land continuing to grow in value, follow that trend over the last 5 years, and of course now we see that continued dividend growth. That's exactly what we wanted out of a stock. Wish we had more money to put into it. Wish we'd maybe put more money into it, right? Maybe we wouldn't have to be as concerned that we're down a couple dollars on CVS if instead we had bought 4 additional shares of Gladstone Land. But at the end of the day, you make decisions when you make them. You're always going to have ones that are good. You're always going to have one that's bad. There's nobody that's 100% on the market. And if they are, they're lying to you. That's why they have paper portfolios, so you can practice these things first. Great option, by the way. If you want to get into investing, but you don't want to actually risk any money, sign up for Webull. Use my link. You don't have to deposit a dime. They have paper trading. They'll give you a paper account, and you can go try out any investing strategy you want. I don't prefer to do it because, to be fair, if I did it and I was successful, probably would be frustrated I didn't use real money. And I had the capacity because of the support you guys give me to use real money. So I'd hate to see a bunch of, faux gains, if you will, when I could go out and actually have legitimate gains. All it takes is sitting down, looking at some numbers, and making informed decisions. And at least in my account and what I'm doing, again, this is just for your entertainment. You can see what I do with my money. I feel like this has been and will continue to be a good investment for me. Appreciate you guys checking this out. I will be back in the week with more content.